start recording the session. Okay, take it away. Thank you, Sharan.
Excellent. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for such a warm introduction. Again, my name is Sharan. I lead product at Yoodli, which basically means that I spend my days talking to really cool people and learning how they speak, what their stories are, and how we can build Yoodli together. See, because at the end of it all, my goal is to take these stories and help everyone and everyone we meet speak with confidence and love within their own voice. There's far too many people in this world who get left behind because they simply don't back themselves to speak up. From the engineer who immigrates to the US from Malaysia and doesn't know that it's appropriate to look someone in the eye during an interview and hence appears unconfident in their answers and maybe doesn't get the job, to the kid in the back of the classroom who has all these ideas and answers and thoughts in his head, but is so afraid of saying the wrong thing, they don't say anything at all. To that introvert who's finally scored that first date with their crush, but is so scared of saying the wrong thing, they say nothing at all and don't get the second date. So many of us have been here in these positions, and I have too. When I was in high school, I was that kid in the back of the classroom. I'd enter class and I go straight to the back of the class. I put on my hood, I put in my headphones, and I do everything I possibly could to avoid attention. And even if I did get called on, and I knew the answers and I had an idea of what I wanted to say, anytime I'd open my mouth, it would just come out all wrong. Thankfully for me, I had a teacher, Mr. Schenefeld, and he told me that I had a great storytelling ability and worked with me to learn how I can find my own voice. We would do sessions after school, similar to what we do in Toastmasters meetings as members. And he helped me find my confidence in my speech, and I immediately fell in love. I started participating in business competitions where I'd go in and I'd pitch and talk to strangers. And I went and I spoke in front of my entire graduating class of 500 to 600 students. I even ended up giving a TEDx talk. Mr. Schenefeld changed my life. And our goal with Yoodli is to help that immigrant and that student in the classroom and that introvert on their date do the same and find that love within their voice. And we think that technology can help. Who here has heard of Grammarly? Okay, a few. And how about Duolingo? Okay, lovely, a few as well. Grammarly and Duolingo are both incredible tools. Grammarly has smashed it with writing. Duolingo's done an incredible job of making it so easy for people to use technology to learn language. Our goal with Yoodli is to do the same, but for speech. Now, let's be super clear. Yoodli AI will not replace the human speaking experience. It will not replace the Toastmasters experience. It cannot replace the individual emotional experience of having a conversation, right? Because speech is so deeply human. It's filled with emotion, and it can't be replaced by artificial intelligence. But what we think we can do at Yoodli is use technology to make it easier for people to learn and grow and feel more comfortable and confident in their voice. And that's why we work really closely with Toastmasters World Champions. People like Ed Tate, Craig Valentine, Mark Brown are all close buddies who help us ensure that as we build at Yoodli, we're building it with humanity and humility at its very core. Okay, that's enough of me blabbering on. Let me show y'all what Yoodli actually looks like. So I'm going to log into my Toastmasters account and share my screen. Give me just a sec. I seem to have lost it. Okay, share my screen here. And please let me know if that's not visible. I'm just going to quickly add my login here.
We can see it, so you're fine.
Lovely. So after I log in, and it takes a second, I want to show you all just so you can see how exactly you can access Yoodli as Toastmaster members. when you get to your homepage, and you can see Yoodli's right here. So I can go ahead and click login. I can also scroll down from organization to you, and Yoodli lives right here. So I'll go ahead and click Yoodli here. It'll take me to the Toastmasters version of Yoodli. Take a second to redirect here, and I'm going to go to the homepage to show you what it looks like. But this is Yoodli. So welcome to the Toastmasters version of Yoodli. When you land on the page, you have a few tutorials. You have a warm introduction from Matt Kinsey, International President, explaining the interaction and the partnership between Yoodli and Toastmasters. You have a few other tutorials that I'll let you all play around with on your own time. There's a few things that people use Yoodli for in particular. I'm going to show you them today. First of which is, let's imagine I've got a speech to give or a presentation I want to practice. And let's say it's super late at night and I'm kind of nervous and it's tomorrow morning and, what am I going to do? Historically, I used to pace around my bedroom and kind of talk to myself, go through points, or go and speak in the mirror. With Yoodli, we wanted to build that smart mirror. What I mean by this is if I go here to the top right corner and I hit record speech, Yoodli becomes my smart mirror. And I can go in and give a practice speech about anything I want. Does someone want to throw me a topic? I'll give a speech about anything.
Content creation.
Content creation. Okay, sounds good. Content creation. It really is quite the buzz these days. Did you know that recently the #1 desired job for young kids changed from policeman, firefighter to being a YouTuber? If that doesn't say something about the power of content creation, I don't know what does. People today make a living creating content on the internet for others to consume. While some argue that it's not really a great trend because it's influencing people in different directions to do different things that really isn't realistic. And now I'm going to talk really fast and have a lot of filler words. So content creation, it seems really cool, but then, like the minute you look into someone's life, it's actually not really realistic at all. They're portraying only these super niche, exciting aspects of their life that isn't really realistic. And I'm looking at it like, oh my God, that's their entire life. I should strive for something like that. It's completely undesirable and unattainable. Hit stop there, hit save recording. And let's imagine I've just finished my speech and I'm like, great, that was my first go at it. Let's see what it looks like. I hit save recording. I jump in here. I give it a quick title. I say content creation. And I look at my analytics. So Yoodli provides an instant transcript of everything that I just said, as well as a video for me to watch everything I just said, right back to me, and some rich analytics on the right side. Let's take a look at these analytics. So midway through, I started speaking with a lot of filler words. Yoodli picked up on all of those. I've got all of my ums, my like, my my uhs, all highlighted in my transcript. And I can see the number of times I used each of those words. On top of that, I've got instances where Yoodli highlights weak words. These are words that make people seem more unconfident because they're kind of filler words and just add not a ton of value to the sentence. Let's see what else I have. My top keyword is like. Not great, but my second top keyword was content. That makes sense. That's good because I was talking about content creation. If I look at my delivery, oh, wow, I started to speed up quite a bit right there. As I go through this and I'm seeing these metrics, these are interactable. So I can see, oh, interesting. I started to really speed up here. What was I talking about? I click into it and the video starts playing exactly at where I clicked in. And now I can understand, oh, interesting. I started talking really, really quickly when I was talking about someone portraying an unrealistic life. I feel really passionate about that, but maybe I should slow down on that specific aspect. Yoodli provides a wide range of interesting metrics, but the best part is it's not just for yourself. Let's imagine I recorded this super late at night Seattle time, but on the other side of the world, that's morning. And let's say I've got some Toastmasters buddies, maybe I've got buddies like you all now, and I say, hey, maybe I could get some advice from my friends. I can go to the top right corner, hit share. I can either enter an email directly, or I can copy a link. I can jump into wherever it may be, whether it's chat or Slack or whatever it is, and send the link. And I've just sent it in chat so y'all can play around with it. Now that you have access to my Yoodli, you can go in, watch it, and once you sign in, you can leave timestamp feedback. So let's imagine I'm watching this speech and I'm like, Sharan, you're not really making a ton of eye contact. As I type in, my video stops playing automatically so I can finish my thought before having to rewind and go back. I hit enter, the video starts playing again immediately. Now I, as the speech giver, can go back the next morning after I wake up and say, oh, wow, all my incredible friends around the world have left me a bunch of feedback. Let me go look at it. And let's imagine I'm back in the zone. I'm looking at it first thing in the morning and I'm looking at my comments and I say, oh, interesting. There's a comment here. I can click in and immediately see the context at which this comment was made. And I can realize around this particular second, I'm not making a ton of eye contact. That's the first bit of how people use Yoodli, to practice their speeches, to get instant feedback, and to share and get feedback from others. Any questions at this stage? I do have something else to show y'all, but I
Yes.
wanted to stop here.
Yes, there are some questions. Can I use Yoodli in order to sharpen my content creation?
I'm not entirely sure what that means, actually. Is there any further clarification?
Raphael, do you want to?
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
I've dabbled in creating videos. Would you recommend using Yoodli for practicing the creation of these videos in order to improve my delivery?
Oh, absolutely, Raphael. Yoodli is used in a wide variety of ways, right? Communication is not restricted to giving a speech or practicing for an interview. Communication is an everyday thing. So Yoodli is useful across the board, whether it's directly for practicing a specific speech, or maybe you're practicing a script for a video. But we have various ways of people using Yoodli. To add on to that, the version of Yoodli that I've showed you today is specific for Toastmasters members, and we do heavily recommend using the Toastmasters version of Yoodli while dealing with Toastmasters experiences. That being said, there is a public version of Yoodli that's a little bit different, that has a few additional features. One of the coolest features, actually two of the coolest features there are, we have a Zoom integration. So people will add Yoodli to their meetings, and as they're going back and forth in a meeting, they'll get analytics on how well they conducted themselves and communicated during that meeting. We're also releasing a brand new product called Yoodli Private Yoodli, which basically means now when I'm interacting with my computer, I can have private Yoodli running in the background. And private Yoodli will listen to only my speech and give me real-time alerts like, hey, Sharan, slow down just a little bit. You're talking really fast. Or, hey, Sharan, this is the 4th minute you've spoken without giving someone else a minute to speak. Do you want to pause for a second and see if someone else has any questions? Real-time alerts to give me feedback as I'm speaking. So long-winded answer, but yes, Yoodli is used across the board. Whenever you have any sort of interaction, communication, the goal is not to be a speaking coach. It's to be, or to be only for public speaking coach. It's to be a coach across every instance of communication.
Okay, thank you, Sharon. And what about Yoodli as far as languages? Because right now, is it only English, or will it advance to Portuguese from Portugal and Spain, Spanish, from Spain or Mexico?
Yeah, great question. Absolutely. We are absolutely looking to move towards that direction. Right now, we're focused on really nailing English as best as we can. And with that, we love all the help we can get. Yoodli is completely free for Toastmasters members, will remain that way, and as public Yoodli is also completely free. In return, we're looking for feedback so we can build it correctly. So please share feedback as you come across it, but the goal is to get to different languages soon. We're just looking to really smash it out of the park with English first.
Okay, and another one here. This is amazing. Any tips for our clients, for those of us who are speaking coaches?
Yeah, if you're a speaking coach, I'm actually happy to walk you through a bunch of great ways people use Yoodli. There's a bunch of whole different flows, and I'm happy to share my email. We can jump on a 15-minute call and I can show you what it looks like. Coaches, we have thousands of coaches who use Yoodli with their clients every day. A few variety of functions. They use it in what we call instant replay with the Zoom integration and async communication, where they can send videos back and forth and get feedback asynchronously. I'm not sure who asked the question, but I'm happy to share my email in chat and would love to spend some time showing you exactly what that looks like on a quick Zoom call if you'd like.
Okay, and we have another one. So it says we understood how Yoodli can improve the technical part of our speech delivery, but can Yoodli help at the content structure power of the message?
Great question. The goal is to hopefully get there at some point. Right now, though, and this is part of our entire thesis, is Yoodli and AI and tech is really good at helping on the delivery side of things. The content side of things, we can try and work towards a world where we can help a little bit. But we love working with coaches for this reason, because coaches are experts at improving content. And that's why at its core, we wanted to make sure that Yoodli is an interactive platform where you can get feedback on content from your peers, and hence the comment section. That being said, we are looking to do our best to get to a world in which we can use Yoodli to help with some content stuff. And our public Yoodli version does have some early beta features of that, where we use AI to help you rephrase sentences to make it a little bit more concise, a little bit more impactful. Feel free to check that out. It's, again, completely free. You just go to yoodli.ai, and I'm happy to share that link as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. No more questions for now.
Awesome. How am I doing on time?
Well, we have until 9, which is a half hour from now.
Oh, lovely. Okay, plenty of time. Excellent. So I've got one more thing that I'd love to show you all, and then we can kind of jam, go back and forth, see if there's questions, and go from there. The next thing that
actually,
people...
sorry, I do have a question. Why Yoodli?
Yeah.
Who, the name Yoodli, where did it come from?
Oh, great question. So Yoodli is a synthesis of a lot of fun things. So Yoodli came from the combination of the word yodel, but also we wanted to make sure that it kind of resembled this playful energy. Public speaking is scary, and we want to make sure that when people use Yoodli, they feel like it's a fun, accepting, welcome tool, welcome platform. And Yoodli just kind of embraces that. Also, say Yoodli 3 times fast and you're gonna smile every single time, right? Like Yoodli, Yoodli, Yoodli. It's so fun to say. Perfect. So that's why.
Great, thank you.
Awesome. So this is just one way that people use Yoodli. I'm going to show you a few more since we have so much time. If I head back home and I go back to my record button in the top right corner, I can go in and do a few things. I can go in and practice my table topics. And what Yoodli will do is they'll give you a random question and you can go in and answer it, get the same analytics, and understand how well you're communicating off the fly or off the cuff. People also go in to use Yoodli to practice for job interviews. So let's assume I've got a job interview tomorrow morning and, oh, I'm so stressed. And let's say it's a marketing interview and it's a product marketing interview. And let's see, there's a question of, actually, maybe let's do something a little bit. Here we go. Let's do a general marketing question. Describe a good product that's marketed properly. I can go in, I can add another question of, say hi to, let's say hi to Claudia. It's my custom question, and I'll throw it to the top. And I go ahead and start practicing. I can go in and now I can run a bunch of practice sessions with the same Yoodli Smart Mirror. So I'll show you what this looks like for a quick 30 seconds. Hi, Claudia. Nice to meet you. My name is Sharan. I lead product at Yoodli. I have past lives as an ML engineer and a data scientist. I graduated from the University of Washington, and I spend my day helping people speak better. My biggest strength is just my pure love for people and my extreme extroversion. I love meeting people across the world, learning about different cultures, learning about how their speaking journeys are going and where Yoodli can help. At the end of the day, it's people that I care about the most. I really like What's a good product that's marketed? I think Coca-Cola does a really good job at marketing products. Okay, I'm gonna hit stop, save recording. And just like we saw before, I've got a bunch of insights on how well I spoke across the board. No ums, go me. That was awesome. Good was my most common free word. And I've got my questions and my transcript broken down by questions. Same feedback, same evaluation, same way to go and share, get feedback from partners and friends. I can look at my pacing very fast again. Should probably slow that down. And all those interesting metrics. That's another way. The best way that people use Yoodli, though, in my opinion, is the game section. The game section is really, really fun. So games are a great way for people to come in and just practice speaking. Maybe they don't have a speech or maybe they don't have a presentation coming up, but they're feeling self-conscious and they want to get in a rhythm of working on communicating a little bit better just for 5-10 minutes every day. Games is the best place to do that. And little plug, if you want to come play games with us, we hang out in our Slack community every day and people are playing games, they're sharing how well they're doing. I'm happy to share the link for that as well in chat. And okay, cool. That is set. Please join. It's a ton of fun. People just love to hang out and play games. So the games here are really fun. My favorite is Spin a Yarn, and I'll play it for y'all and we can see how well I do. And then I'll see if anyone else wants to maybe share their screen, log into Yoodli, and we can play it together. Let's play medium. Let's drop this down to 30 seconds. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, isn't that the perennial question? Really is one that seems impossible to tell. I once was reading this beautiful article written by this columnist talking about how we should approach understanding this problem. It was so weird. I was sitting there in my underwear on my couch on a Saturday morning, pondering the meanings of life through this silly question. I was so excited because, maybe I should just give this up and I'm going to go see my girlfriend later that day. And I'm so excited because she bought a new sundress and I'm going to turn her from a non-believer into the, oh, I missed one. That's Spin a Yarn. It's really, really tough because you start with a random question and then you have to connect all these random words. But it's a ton of fun, helps you improve your off-the-cuff speaking skills. That's really it from Yoodli. You can use it in a million different ways to improve your communication across the board. And it's a ton of fun. But I'd love to see, is anyone up for maybe sharing their screen, logging on Yoodli and playing one of these games together? Looking for volunteers. Brave, brave souls from the audience.
Yes, I'll try.
Yay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
So what do I do?
So Remy, can you sign into your Toastmasters account? And is it Remy? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
It's yes, you're pronouncing it correctly. But I'm on my iPad and I've never signed in on my iPad, and so I don't remember my login.
No worries. It also may be a little tough to use Yoodli and share screen on an iPad.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, it's got to be
No
somebody else
worries.
then.
Any other takers?
I believe I could do it. Let me just.
You got it?
That's not my issue. My issue is more permissions related. So if there's anyone else that would like to take the jump, I will take my time checking if I have permissions to use my camera on this device with my browser. And you can try.
Sounds good. Brave souls. Any brave souls? Oh, we're Toastmasters. We can do this.
Come on, people.
I think I'm going to win by default.
Yes, you go ahead, Rafa.
I'm signing up because apparently I haven't signed up yet. So I'm going to share. Sorry, I'm not going to share my screen. That's a little bit too much. So I'm just going to share a tab.
Awesome.
I'm sure that our speaker is perfectly familiar with not wanting to overshare. So I am sharing. I am sharing my browser. Oh, how do I go from here? Okay.
Yes, please.
Start playing.
And
There's the stuff. That did
and
work.
go ahead and turn on your camera.
Let me see. Ah, this.
So this is a new word.
Very well.
This is a new game.
This is a new game.
So no filler is you get a random topic that you need to speak about for a minute, and you
Oh, hell
cannot
no.
say a filler word.
Not a minute. Hell no. You went 30 seconds. No. Let's go.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And just for kicks, I'm gonna change to this screen so I can look at what I'm doing. Start playing. My thriftiest life hack. Very simple. You want to go and you ask your girlfriend, where do you want to have dinner? And when she tells you, I don't know, is it this place? You go to that place because that place is going to make her happy. That's the thriftiest life hack I can think of under pressure, looking at all of these things in front of me. This was
Awesome.
very confusing. This was very confusing. Okay,
Great job.
so what should I do now?
You smashed it. Do you want to play again, or you want to try
No.
no filler?
No, okay, I don't know. It's no filler. Is it this one?
So you just sorry no. Do you want to try spin a yarn? So you just played no filler. No filler is a way people practice if they are particularly bad at specific filler words. So if they find themselves saying like, right, so what, very frequently in speeches, they'll use no
Okay.
filler as a way to keep track of that specifically. And they'll go and they'll practice and they'll say, oh, I say 20 times in a 2-minute speech. Let me work on that. And they'll use no filler as a way to work on that.
This is the
Spin a
one.
yarn
with
is
the
what I
spin
just
a yarn.
played.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
do you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Yes,
Stops.
yes, go for it, Rafa.
Seconds, easy.
Oh, do more than easy.
Wait. No. I can't. Wait, no, I don't want this background. How can I change this? 1 second. Because my house is under construction, so okay. This is gonna be as good as it gets. The best advice I would give to my 10-year-old self is invest in crypto. Really, think about it. Just invest, keep it in a locket, hide it, just like a memory you want to preserve. And then 10 years later, you open it, and what you see is a trail of happiness because you will have so much money. Please invest in crypto and think how happy your daughter is going to be, because I have a daughter.
Nice job. All hits, no misses. Love it. Great job, Rafa. Thanks for jumping on. Anyone else want to give it a shot? Any brave takers?
We do have some more questions as well.
Yes. If not, let's jump to questions.
Will Yoodli be used by judges in the World Champion of Public Speaking?
Oh, great question. I don't know, but it should be. Let me follow up on see if I can make that happen. And if anyone has any advice on how I can make that happen, would love tips, but it absolutely should be.
That would be interesting, yes. Also, are you running Yoodli private right now?
I am not. I usually do. I'm not gonna lie. I completely put this meeting in my calendar wrong, so I kind of scrambled to get onto here.
Okay, and I don't think we have any more questions. So if anyone wants to continue playing a game, please do so.
Any takers?
This is awesome, especially for online meetings, right?
Yeah.
Right? To substitute, maybe to replace table topics for a while, they can play these games.
We've had I gave a demo to a district in Australia, and they had so much fun playing games together that they started having Yoodli game nights, and they'll have people come over and they'll like bring some food, and everyone will have like a little potluck, and they'll come sit and they'll play games together, and it sounded really fun. People love the games.
No, that's cool. Let's see, anyone else? Come on, people, don't be
Awesome.
shy.
Claudia, you want to
Okay.
give it a shot?
Let's see, I have to go in. I'm not so good at, let's see, view.
Yeah, Claudia, don't be shy.
Hold on. I have to get on my account. Log in. Let's see.
I don't know, but Remy just joined the call again.
Yeah, I'm
That one?
trying to, yeah, I'm trying to log in on my laptop.
No, that's
Oh,
a follow
awesome.
through.
Okay, hold on. Oh, no. Okay, let's see here. So I have a messy, let's see, where do I go here? Yeah, I like Meet for this reason sometimes, because I feel it's always easier to share your screen.
Claudia, oh, is she
Okay, can you see
sharing
my
already?
screen now?
Yes.
Yes. Yay.
Okay, so then I go to Yoodli.
Awesome. And to the game section on the left side.
Section on the left side. Where does, okay,
On
yep,
the left
yep,
sidebar,
yep,
yeah.
here we go.
Spin a yarn.
So what would you like me to do? We haven't done Metaphor Mania, but what is that?
We haven't. That one's a tough one. Do you want to give it a shot?
Sure.
Okay, we can learn by trying.
So what do I have to do here?
It'll probably ask for permission, and go ahead and turn on your camera.
Okay, wait a minute.
Right under where it says Metaphor Mania.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. And
So we'll display two random words, create an analogy in the allocated time, move on to, oh my goodness, let's see, I don't know what this is all about. So I just start
go ahead
playing?
and give it a shot. Yep, we'll figure it out.
Okay. So what am I supposed to do? Learning to yodel? I don't get this. I don't get this.
Feel free to hit pause. We can walk through it together.
Yes.
So the purpose of this game is meant to throw up a metaphor, and you're supposed to explain the metaphor. So
skiing
this
down a
one would be
mountain. Okay. Yeah. So skiing down a
skiing down a
mountain
mountain
is
is like public speaking, because you have to take a leap of faith or something.
right. Okay. Okay. I get it. I get it. Whoops. I
Do
didn't
you want
complete
to
the
start
game.
again?
Yeah, that's quite difficult, isn't it?
Spin a yarn's generally a softer start, if you want to
Okay.
give that a shot.
Let's start. Yeah.
Awesome. And were you able to give it permission? It looks like it's not gotten permission.
Okay, now
There
it
it
is.
is.
What music have you been listening to recently? Oh my God. I have been listening to soul and meeting with my husband to salsa dance, but then we had a fight. Unfortunately, I'm a better dancer than he is, so we had a fight. And then we had some eggnog because it was Thanksgiving and Christmas. We tend to have eggnog. And then we were moving and dancing our feet again. And then our salsa dance was perfect. But then a worm creeped up. And then we started dancing faster because of this. And then he got the flu. Unfortunately, he had to lay in bed and rest. while I took my hands and pat him on the forehead and told him that he'd be okay. But before that, we had our hands under the coal because it was very freezing cold. And then the smell was horrible.
Yay, nice job. 9.
This
Awesome.
is really
Rafa, it looks like you've got some competition.
okay.
Always.
Yeah.
Okay,
Awesome,
now
y'all.
we know how this works. Perfect. Thank you.
That's all I've got. That's Yoodli in a nutshell. I'm happy to answer any other questions or share any other pieces of information that could be useful. If not, play around with it, go at it. I'm happy to come to club meetings and share more if people are interested, or give demos for club members. We have a lot that happens in our community as well, so I encourage all of y'all to come join. We have a lot of Toastmasters people who come hang out and they share best practices, how to increase club engagement. We also have a few members in our community who look for clubs. And so it's a great place to find new members as well. Come join, it's a ton of fun. And again, if there's anything I can do to help make Yoodli as useful as possible, it's accessible for all Toastmasters members. So our goal is, hey, how can we get people using it as best as they can? Let me know. Happy to come do whatever it takes.
Great.
Thank
Well,
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing and letting us know more about Yoodli. And we can't wait for it to be in multiple languages, because I think that's what everyone is hoping for. Because as you know, not everyone speaks English. However, most of our Toastmaster sessions are in English, but then also in the language of the country that they're in. So it is helpful for us to have Yoodli in multiple languages. Thanks again. And
Absolutely.
yes, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm sure many here will reach out to you now that we have your email and the other links that you shared. Thank you again, Sharon.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was such a pleasure. And again, so sorry about the time zone mix up. Time zones
Oh.
are confusing.
No worries. Okay, everyone is saying thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A big round of
Thank
applause for
you.
Sharon. Yay.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Sharan.
you for having me.
Okay,
Thank
enjoy
you, thank
Hawaii.
you.
Enjoy Hawaii.
Yeah,
Thanks, y'all.
I will not
Have a good one.
Okay, you too.
stop the record.
Bye.